Hey everyone, welcome to Steve and Heidi's Hideaway.
Where great drinks, great stories, and good company always have a seat at the table.
Yay! We're here for episode 2. And we're so excited. Thanks to everyone who listened to us last week.
All 20 of you, thank you so much.
There were more. We had over 50 streams on Spotify alone. I think we had over 30 streams on Apple. We had 28 subscribers. So people...
We're getting there.
We appreciate it, but we wonder, is it the summer? Is everyone bored? Maybe you're listening to
how
us.
bored are you?
Maybe you're listening to us poolside as you're drinking cocktails. Let's hope that's it. Planning your travels. I think that's what's happening. So we are really, let's get more subscribers. Don't really know exactly how that's going to benefit us, but it will. Everyone says more subscribers are really good. So thank you so much. And I think we got some of those subscribers because we had an amazing shout out.
That's right.
Yeah, from our friends at the Real Deal O'Neill podcast, Sue and Aiden O'Neill. Thank you, guys.
It's about Detroit and things going on in Detroit.
All things good in Detroit. So it's a father-son podcast full of positive, good things. So thank you, Student Aiden, and please give them a listen. And that brings us to episode 2, where we promised you we would be talking about our trip to Ireland and Scotland.
Yes, that's a great trip.
And the title of this episode is Whiskey Pubs, Concerts, and Whether Driving on the Left-Hand Side of the Road is actually a good thing or a recipe for disaster.
And I really appreciate that small, succinct, compact title.
Yeah, get to the point. That's what I do. Worst.
Right.
So anyway, to start off, we're doing a new little format because we got a lot of feedback that everyone really wanted to see the cocktail. So we're going to post a video on our socials, but we are going to make the drink first. And what this allows you to do is you can pause, make the drink at home, and then maybe continue to sip and listen. So we are going to do a really great cocktail that we're trying for the first time called an Irish Maid.
Right, Irish Maid.
Not an Irish Mist, which I keep defaulting to, and I think, of course, it's subliminal. How much mist is there in Ireland? A lot. But this is an Irish Maid.
Right.
Now, Steve, what are the ingredients in the Irish Maid?
In the Irish Maid, we have 2 ounces of Irish whiskey. We have half an ounce of St. Germain or any other elderflower liqueur. 3/4 ounces of fresh lemon juice, and 3/4 ounces of simple syrup. And then also, prior to that, a couple slices of cucumber that I've pre-muddled in the bottom of the shaker.
Okay, so why don't you get to bartending, and let's have you make this drink.
Okay, so here's the pre-muddled cucumbers. I'm going to put some ice in here. I'm adding the Irish whiskey. I used McConnell's. I'm adding the St. Germain.
And if you were listening last week, we were saying we didn't really love St. Germain, but a little isn't terrible.
We have to try it the recipe's way at least first, just to see. This is the fresh squeezed lemon juice and then our simple syrup.
Okay.
All right. Then I will go and give this a bit. I hope my
and you're supposed to
stomach fat isn't jiggling, but whatever.
No, it's not in the video. You don't have it anyway. So there we go. It's excellent. You hear the shaking. The shaker is very cold for those who
my hands are cold.
Are not looking at the video. And there we go.
Iced a large cube
Fancy
in a rocks glass. And
it smells really good. Very cucumbery.
Yeah, it does. And I'm supposed to fine strain it. So I put another strainer.
Okay.
Along with the strainer that comes
to
in
get
the
rid
shaker.
Of the cucumber muddle.
Right.
Okay. Oh, that looks good. It's got a tinge of green.
And then here's our little cucumber.
Yeah, cilantro. Okay, excellent. So now let's taste it.
Here, you go first.
Oh, okay.
It's your people's liquor.
Oh, that's very good. Nice and refreshing.
Oh, very nice.
The hint of cucumber mixes very well with the whiskey.
I'm going to keep drinking this while we're talking.
All right. So Steve's going to keep drinking. I will share that drink. And we're going to now get into a little bit about our trip overall. So high level on this trip. The overview. We did Scotland just for a little bit.
We were 2 days, 2 nights in Edinburgh.
Yeah. And that was because we tacked it on after deciding to go to Ireland because I had never been to Scotland.
And I haven't been since 2001.
Exactly. So we tacked on to little, just an intro for Heidi. Loved it. We then went over to Galway, flew straight to Galway.
Love that too.
We went from there through Limerick over to the family farm in Bantry, went to Cork, stopped in Wexford, and then ultimately we were in Dublin for a little concert.
Right. Your concert. The whole reason we went.
The whole
on the
reason
trip.
we went. So a couple of years ago, I saw that Simply Red was doing a 40th anniversary tour and absolutely love Simply Red.
For those of you that are younger than us, Simply Red is a band that Heidi loves and I like okay.
Yes. And we had friends that also love Simply Red. So when I saw this was happening, I just said, what are you doing? And this is what we're doing. And we got the concert tickets. So it was great. This trip I think is up there with some of our one of our favorite trips. My big thing is I really wanted to show you where my family was from.
Right. And I wanted to show you why I love Edinburgh so much. It's one of my favorite cities in the world.
Yeah. So let's just get a little deeper on each. So Edinburgh, loved it. We had amazing weather. So that was probably helpful.
It was amazing. It was sunny. It rained a little bit. Edinburgh is so beautiful. It really is kind of like you've gone back in time, present day, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because it's cobblestone streets. These buildings have been around for hundreds and hundreds of years, and there is a pub on every corner. There are restaurants. The people are friendly.
So nice.
And
really,
you're always
really
hearing
nice.
live bagpipe music wherever we went.
Oh, yeah, it was great. So that was fun. We did a couple of things. Great restaurant called Down the Hatch.
Oh, that's right.
Check out our Travel with Heidi Instagram. Good video there. Great gluten-free food all over the city. We did the Scotch whiskey experience, which a lot of people are like, it's touristy. But you know what?
We're tourists, so we're going to do it.
Shock.
Yeah, and I love Scotch.
It was so cool, really, to get the whole behind the scenes and how they make it, learn the different areas, and then I'm not going to spoil it, but really cool at the end, what you get to see.
Yeah, that was nice. And then after that, really cool where you can buy all these scotches that you
just like Disney, right into the gift shop, right into the gift shop.
You know what they're doing.
Yeah. So that was good. That was the first of the 9 bottles that we referenced in last week's podcast that we brought through. So that was fun. Then off to Galway. We flew over on Ryanair. We found a suitcase that fits under, it wasn't a suitcase, but a personal item that fits underneath, which is,
kind of like a backpack.
Yeah, which if you know anything about
Ryanair,
they're super, super strict. So message us. I'll give you the link. So that was awesome. Galway, I had not been in my previous trips.
I loved Galway.
Loved Galway.
That's where the Claddagh ring was invented.
Yeah, we went back and we got you one because yours was lost.
At Disneyland in 2020.
Yeah. And then my original wedding ring, which was an Irish band, Celtic Knot, was also just say
lost.
We'll say lost. The first year of our marriage. So you got me one of those. So I feel like we were connected. Yeah. That was a nice reconnect.
Such a great little city.
Great city. Good food. I had some great gluten-free fish and chips there.
You said they were one of the best gluten-free fish and chips that you had.
Yeah. It's escaping me the name of the place, so I'll post that too.
Front porch or something?
Red door, front door, red door.
Red door, front door, porch door.
Porch door. A door. If you Google...
You adored them. Let's just say that.
And if you Google door restaurant, Galway.
Gluten-free fish.
See how helpful we are? How can you plan your trip without us?
This is why we have listeners in the tens.
Yes. And my TripIt's in the other room where I would tell you. Hey, I can do a whole episode about TripIt, by the way. It's a great tool. So that was awesome. We drove over to the Cliffs of Moher to meet our friends.
And that was the first time I've ever been. And you told me this is not how it usually is.
No, beautiful,
but she meant
clear.
it in a good day. The skies were clear.
Crystal clear.
We saw for miles or kilometers as we were there. And it was just beautiful. It was breathtaking. We met up with our friends there. and it was a really good day.
It was. I mean, I think that's where the biggest fight was, in the car on the drive, when we have these really cute pictures that are posted. Looks like we're looking adoringly at each other, but it's really, what in the name are you doing driving this car?
Right.
And your look was, please shut up.
Yeah, please shut up. Please let me drive. Or please continue to scream at me while I drive.
Yes, but scream quieter. I mean, the roads are no joke, kids.
They're one-lane roads that are two ways, and buses are on them all the time because they're all going to the cliffs.
Yeah. They're a really great organic chocolate bakery place on the way, though.
Really
that
nice.
was incredible. Really worth the stop. But I would highly recommend, we purchased the zero deductible, all-inclusive insurance on the car, and I'm really glad we did.
We had to.
Yeah. That took a little bit of the stress out of it. So, but gorgeous view. From there, we made our way over to past through Limerick.
Right. Is that where we stopped?
Yeah, stopped for breakfast and saw a friend that I had not seen in 30 years.
Yeah.
The Steve had never met, and his amazing wife.
She joined us.
Yeah, it was great. That was really a fun walk down memory lane. Won't be our last visit to see them, I'm sure. And then took Steve over to the family farm in Bantry.
That was incredible.
Loved that.
Seeing the house where your grandma lived.
Yeah.
And
the sheep that stared us down and gave us the evils for technically trespassing.
Just 2 sheep out of the whole flock. 2 sheep kept watching us like, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
Why are you here? You don't belong.
Yeah. And we ignored them and just went over there, took some beautiful video. And the house is totally overgrown, but in a really beautiful way. So that was super cool.
That was nice to see.
Then we went to Cork.
Yeah.
Lots of family history in Cork.
Great city, too.
We got to go back and spend more time there.
Just the Butter Museum, which I wasn't expecting much. And it's not like it's a lot, but the history of butter, I came home and I was all about, we just have to buy Kerrygold from now on.
Yeah. When the budget's good, we buy Kerrygold. Right. Otherwise, it's the Costco 5-pack.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be organic because there's just 3 ingredients of butter, which is cream, salt,
and another ingredient.
Maybe there's just 2.
I think there's just 2. But it was, and funny enough, who sponsors that museum? Kerrygold. But what's cool about that is our family farm, they would bring things to the butter market in Cork. And so there was a family history there. But I think the big emotional moment for me is when we went to Cove.
Yeah, that was emotional. I was getting emotional just thinking about your grandmother.
Yeah. So Cove there's a couple interesting facts about Cove. One is that's the last stop that the Titanic made before it went down
to New York.
So that was where it left from. So a lot of interest in that history. But also that is where my grandmother sailed out practically 100 years ago, because it was 1925, I think, when she sailed out.
Yeah.
And it's a little museum now of the building where they embarked on the ships. And
the pictures and just seeing all the people getting on their boat to go to America.
And to think, like, 100 years ago, my grandmother was in her 20s, leaving a country that she never knew she was coming back to, going to a country she had never been to. And it was very emotional. And I know where I get a lot of my...
That's exactly what I was going to say. Yeah. That's where you get it from. Up and leaving at 21 from Detroit, just going to live in New York, meeting with friends, getting an apartment, living that New York life for 10 years.
But my grandma, me and my siblings talk about this a lot too, is there's the Harrington DNA is, it runs deep, and there's determination, let's just say.
Right. Very determined.
Yes. So that was great. That was really, really emotionally fulfilling. It was super cool. From there, we went to Wexford, where we met up with some friends. I think our favorite pub night.
That really was one of the favorite pub nights.
We went to the Sky and the Ground.
Right.
And our friends took us there. It was great. Traditional Irish music.
We brought food in. They were able to bring
You can bring food in to this pub. They played so many amazing Irish classics, trad music that you want to hear. And the atmosphere was great. And the people that were working behind the bar were so sweet.
Excellent. They were so nice. They, I was talking to them about different Irish whiskeys. Every pub we went into, they were so nice. And I checked everywhere. You get a shot of Irish whiskey in a rocks glass and just 1 cube of ice.
Yeah.
And that's how you drink it.
Just opens it up.
Don't ask any other way.
Yeah. So we loved it. Did we close the pub down?
We closed that pub down for sure.
Yes.
And we were talking with the band. And, but only one of us got sick.
But I don't think, because I think that would kill any germs. I'm sure that it was some sort of other place that I got a germ.
Yeah.
And so I got sick, but then I just medicated myself right up. And then we went to Dublin and saw Simply Red. And they lived up to everything. If you're a Simply Red fan, IYK, you know, it was amazing. But even for people who are not Simply Red fans, wouldn't you say it was pretty good, Mauritian?
I will say it was a good concert. I'm not a big concert guy, so I probably would have been happy just hanging outside somewhere in Dublin and waiting for you guys, but I am glad I went.
Good. Okay, and we had a really good dinner at FX Buckley. Did some walking around
That
St.
was a great
Stephen's
dinner.
Green. Yeah, that was very good.
But those spices that they have on the table,
Yeah.
those were great. Some friends of ours wanted to see if we can bring some home, and they don't sell it. But I did go
In
up
true
there.
Mauritian fashion.
Well, I did. I went up and asked them. I go, "Hey, I know you don't sell it, but
Yeah.
I said if we left and that shaker was gone, hey, would you call the police?" And he says, "No." However, he went and put together some for us and gave it to us.
Yes, which we brought back in our Cliffs of Moher mug that our friend bought for us, and we had to show them at customs.
Oh,
But
that's right.
but they were fine with it. So all around, I would say I wanted more time, but it was a good sampler. I feel like we could talk literally for like 3 hours about this
Because we hardly touched on Galway.
No,
and
all right.
Alan.
So yeah, our friend Al. Well, later in this episode, we're going to talk about Alan. So
Okay.
we're going to talk about there. But it is now time for the quickfire.
Okay.
All right.
I haven't looked at these.
Okay. This is a whiskey thing. So if you're wondering what the reference is, Powers John Lane or Macallan Scotch.
Oh, this is horrible that you did this to me because you know how much I love Scotch.
Yeah.
But the Powers John's Lane Irish whiskey was the best thing I had that whole trip
Yeah.
in Ireland.
Clarify. I'd be 50-50, but being Irish, I will say Powers. Okay. Best meal.
Mine was the spice bag I had the first night in Edinburgh.
Okay.
French fries, spices, meat, all shook together. And then since I ate it there, they put it on a plate. But that was some sort of delicious.
Okay. I'm going to say my fish and chips in Galway.
Yeah, definitely.
They were so good that I was terrified and had to stop the manager to make sure they were gluten-free because I was like, wait a minute,
You do that every time they're really good.
well, wouldn't you? Like your life is at stake. And it's way too delicious. So.
Right.
Most beautiful view.
Me, I love the view from the family farm. To me,
the
that
rolling
countryside,
hills,
that was
yeah.
that was lovely.
And while, of course, I enjoyed that, I'm going to say our amazing jackpot view at the cliffs. That was stunning. Place you'd go back to tomorrow?
I would go back tomorrow. Can I pick two?
No,
Okay. I would go back to Galway then.
me too. Although I wanted to say Cork.
Yeah.
But Galway. Like if I had to pick two, if they said, okay, you can't go to both. Oh, sorry, family. Galway. Okay. Best pub. Oh, okay. Well,
All right. There's a split too on this because I love the Sky and the Ground.
yes.
But in Galway, I don't remember how to say it.
It is T. Coily.
T Coily. Yes. Which means what? Like party or a good time or
Well, Cayley is a party. I can't remember what Coily stands for. So we're going to have to split. But if I had to narrow it down, I would say Sky and the Ground. And that's because it was bigger
Right.
and not as packed. And I liked the music
Me
at
too.
Sky and Ground.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I'm
that's probably that.
Okay.
Yep.
glad I could convince you to my way there. Who was more likely to say we should move here?
Just you.
Yeah, and I am an Irish,
And
citizen,
you said it out
so-
loud, and now you're getting all these things
The algorithm.
on your Instagram.
Would you like to buy a place in Ireland? I can tell you all of the things that are for sale. It's in the algorithm. Better accent, Irish or Scottish?
Sorry, Scottish.
Okay, well,
Sorry.
know, Irish, please.
Maybe you can start speaking with an Irish accent around the house and sway me, but Scottish.
Well, if
I
we
love
spend
Scottish
a month
accent.
there, for sure I will. Describe the trip in 3 words. Well, this is tough.
Oh, besides just saying stuff like great, it was surprising because
Okay.
I only was in Dublin prior to this.
Right.
Friendly.
Well, yes, yeah.
Everyone was friendly.
Yeah.
And Irish whiskey.
Okay.
There's that 2 words maybe, but
Yeah, whiskey. We'll narrow it down to whiskey. Okay, I'm going to say friends, music, and whiskey.
Okay.
And, with celiac, it's, I'm wondering like, okay, what do we drink? And da-da-da, because I'm not like an old fashioned person or whatever. But do you know, I went back to the olden days of my grandparents' house and the family parties, and I was having whiskey with a little bit of ginger ale.
Yeah.
I felt
And that was what they drank there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's common. That's what my grandparents house all the time.
Yeah.
You smell that. The smell of that drink took me back to Oak Park, Michigan. So that was a lot of fun. Okay. So now we're going to get into the hideaway pick, which is one of our reoccurring little segments in the pod. And we talk about this ahead of time, unlike the quickfire. This is our pick. And this is what we referenced before. It is the pub in Galway that has traditional music all the time. Tí Coilí.
Right.
100%. Like, this is what you think. Like, I'd like to go to Ireland and go to an Irish pub where there is music. This
was
is it.
Our first night in Ireland. We checked into the hotel, and then we walked over to, what is that area called?
The Latin Quarter.
The Latin Quarter. We went looking for food first because we got in there.
Yeah, which let me tell you, on a Sunday night, you're not getting any food.
Stuff closes early there.
Early. So, bring your snacks.
We ended up getting pizza, question mark?
Yeah. But we went over to the pub.
Yeah.
Amazing music.
Walked in. It was jam-packed.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to be by the door, so we walked all the way around. I said, maybe there's stuff back there.
Yeah.
And we walked around, and we saw like a little thing to stand in, but then 2 seats opened up at the bar, at the other end of the bar, and we made a beeline for it. Sat there, and that's where we met Alan.
Alan. He is probably been in Galway more years than anyone has been in Galway. And Alan has a stool. Alan went out to take a smoke. Someone tried to take his stool. Steve warned her.
He tried to take his Guinness.
Yeah.
She tried to take his Guinness that she just ordered, and she thought, oh, well, here it is. It's
You're
ready.
like, no.
You've got about
10 minutes on that Guinness.
At least to wait for that.
So Alan.
Don't touch Alan's drink.
And the music was great. The bartenders were great. That's
So
where
nice.
we drank John Lane, Powers John
John's
Lane,
Lane.
for the first time.
And that's the premium of the Powers line of Irish whiskeys.
Smooth.
And that was, what was it, €9?
Only €9. Here in the States, you're going to spend a little bit more, but it was delicious.
Yeah. So I
Absolutely
brought
delicious.
back a bottle of that.
But, that is a place to go in Galway. That is our pick. We went back the next night. It's just
Alan was there.
Of course, Alan was there. I don't think Alan was really excited to see us, but we were excited to see Alan.
You don't think he thinks about us?
No, no, I don't think he is, but we're going to go visit him again. I think we're going to go visit Alan again. So that is the hideaway pick, Tí Coilí, and we will post a little link to that as well. But I have to say, it's up there with one of our favorite trips. I don't think that's our last trip to Ireland or Scotland. We're definitely going to go back.
Definitely.
But we're thinking about episode 3, though.
What are we going to talk about?
I think cruising.
Yeah.
We've
been
do
on a cruise or 40.
one or 10 million.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people want to know. I mean, billions of people are just, again, everyone wants to know.
They want to know, what is Steve and Heidi doing today? What are they? They're so
What cruise are
interesting.
they
Blah,
on?
blah, blah.
But really, people want to know about cruises. What do we like about them? Then there's also cocktails on cruising are not all good.
No.
So let's talk about that.
Yes.
And we'll share a little bit of cruise info and come up with a fun cocktail that you can drink while we're talking cruising. And I think that'll be a good topic.
Okay. Sounds like fun for next time.
So on that note,
Thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah. If you haven't liked, subscribed, and forwarded and streamed and sold us to other people, please do so. And Solancha from the Hideaway.